First book, The Captain's Daughter by Alexander Pushkin. Pushkin is mostly famous for his poetry, and in Russia we study him in school. He's kind of a national poet. Everyone knows Pushkin. If you ask a Russian person for a poem to cite, the chances that they will tell you one of the poems by Pushkin are extremely high. But he also wrote prose, and the book that I'm recommending you is actually a prose. It's like a historical novel. What is it about? The story follows a young nobleman, Pyotr Grinyov, who is sent to serve at a remote military fortress in the Russian countryside. He falls in love with the captain's daughter, and you guessed why the title is The Captain's Daughter, but suddenly finds himself caught in the middle of a violent historical rebellion led by a man claiming to be a true Tsar of Russia. So it contains romance, political chaos, moral choices, betrayal, everything you want in a relatively short novel. It's not a novel like The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky or like War and Peace, God forbid. No, this is much shorter, but very interesting, and I think it's easy to read. What I find really exciting about this book is that, well, especially for international readers, is that minor spoiler alert, the ending is surprisingly not very Russian classic literature style. By that I mean, if you've read Dostoevsky, or you've heard some stereotypes about Russian literature or just in general Russian soul, you might expect suffering, existential dread, I don't know. But the ending of The Captain's Daughter feels different. I'm not gonna spoil how exactly, but it is much better than you can imagine.